From the new home of the Atlanta Braves, MLB Network welcomes you to SunTrust Park. Ought to be a good one here between the Julio Teheran, the Colombian native, gets the call to start this one. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, you don't see a lot of guys that have 5 pitches, right? Sometimes it's hard to master even 2 or 3. But if you can master 5 like he has, he'll be in pretty good shape.
And we are underway from SunTrust Park as the first pitch of the afternoon misses, taken for ball 1. Guys, one of D-Row's former employers, the Braves, as they begin play here this afternoon. All you can really say is they've been on one heck of a run.
Hey, thanks, Matty. Hey, D-Row, we've got a couple of teams playing some good baseball right now. Unfortunately, a winning streak for one of these teams is going to end today, but boy, this is a great matchup here.
Yeah, I'm excited to call this one with you two guys. Definitely. The 2 teams playing top of their game right now, really playing well. Both come in on winning streaks. We're going to see who's able to execute in this one.
With that, let's get you a look at the starting 9 for the Tigers. D-Row, what's the key in trying to stop their opponent's winning streak?
Matty, you take a look at this lineup, and the one thing that jumps off the page is that they're last in hits in the league. You might be able to get through a long season with 2 3-run homers every now and then. But I'm telling you what, you have no chance of going to the postseason and waiting on a 3-run bomb, because you're facing nothing but 1s and 2s. If you're going to beat up the 3, 4, 5 guys in a rotation, you have to find a way to create more scoring opportunities against the 1s and 2s.
Swing and a miss, and he's in the hole 0-2 now. Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Earl Hendricks.
Hey, D-Row, Earl Hendricks, he's not a guy that gets a lot of complaints by either players or pitchers. He's a pretty good umpire.
Yeah, Dan, Earl's got a great track record in his sport. He's pretty consistent, and overall, he's been a fair umpire.
Okay, so now is where I think you pull the string, throw the El Cambio up there. Hasn't seen it yet, and I think he's set up for it right here.
A swing and a miss. He offered it a ball way outside the strike zone for out number 2.
It looked to me like he had the right idea with the swing on that pitch, and he just didn't get the bat through the zone in time. The pitch was away. He let it get deep, maybe trying to take it the other way, but it got too deep and was by him by the time his barrel could get in the correct position.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1.
You can clearly see that the hitter didn't like that strike call, and his manager, he didn't like it either, as he's giving the umpire an earful from that dugout.
The windup and the 0-1. Fought off at the plate as it's chopped foul. And we're just underway from SunTrust Park. A ball and 2 strikes now. The 1-2. This is popped up. Freeman over to his left, and that ends the inning. Down in order go the Tigers, and now the Braves will get their initial shot. And here's Ronald Acuna Jr. now. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. First delivery to him on the way. And this is on the outside corner for strike 1. So, fellas, these Tigers, as they begin play here today, all you can really say is they've been on one heck of a run.
Matty, this is the best team in baseball right now. I mean, just a double-digit winning streak that, I mean, maybe happens to 2 or 3 teams a year. You get this hot. This team is rocking in all facets right now, and they're a fun watch.
Fastball just misses. That's ball 1.
Wow, that's a tough pitch to take. 0-2 fastball just off the corner, and I mean just off the corner.
Skied in the air to straightaway left. Stewart arranged to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the first out. And time now to take a look at how these Braves are lined up in this one. Mark DeRosa, tell us about this lineup and how they continue the winning streak.
Well, Matt, going into this, looking at both lineups, they're both hot right now and they can both swing the bats. We probably got a slugfest on our hands. What pitcher's going to make the big pitch? A big spot, execute something to get his team off the field. Otherwise, probably a team with the last at bat's going to win this one.
Fastball misses inside. It's even at 1.
1-1.
And this ball runs away for ball 2. 2-1. Boyd has become known as a guy that's tough to take deep. So many starting pitchers find themselves snake bitten by the gopher ball, but he really limits that. Hicks fields it cleanly, and the off-balance throw beats him at first, and that's a tough play.
Batting third, the first baseman.
Here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Fastball just inside.
Hey, 2 outs, nobody on, and a power hitter up. This is where, as a pitcher, you got to use the hitter's aggression against him. Get him to fish a little bit. Something a little more out of the zone than normal.
A ball and a strike now to the Braves' first baseman. Now the 1-1 pitch. 1-2 now. Started to chase there. They'll appeal it down to third, and no swing. It's ball 2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. He got him. Lively fastball that time, and it puts an end to the inning. It's quite possible. Brandon Dixon steps in now. He'll look to get something going here in this scoreless ball game. First pitch coming. Here it is. And he runs it in on him and gets him to swing through it for strike 1. Now a curveball, but he might have flown open a bit. It's 1-1. The 1-1 is laid off for ball 2. Line to the right side, but he will come on strong out there in right and pull this one down for the first out.
All right, the Atlanta Braves attack you on defense this way. And guys, taking a look at this defense is going to have to be stout today. Starting pitcher with an ERA north of 5 usually spells some barrels being found by the opposition. So these guys better be on their toes in this one. You pull a fastball like that, you got to tell yourself to slow it down a little bit, play more gap to gap, and keep that front shoulder square, pointed towards the pitcher. That'll keep everything on plane.
Pitch is popped up. Freeman waits on it. 2 gone.
Batting fifth, the second baseman.
Here's the second baseman now, Gordon Beckham. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. In there, 0-1. Strike 2 swinging just out in front of the slider.
Some guys have no trouble hitting with 2 strikes, and some guys never want to get there. Let's see the approach right here. I'd like to see him shorten up a little bit, maybe choke up and try and work the ball back up the middle the other way.
And it's 1-2.
There's your textbook waist pitch right there. Try and get the eye level up. Let's see if he comes back with another fastball elevated or drops a hammer off.
The 1-2. Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at-bat going. Now another 1-2. A bouncer to the left side, a dive, and he knocks it down.
Nice effort by the shortstop right there. Kept it in front of him. That's all he could do right there, Dan.
You know, dealer in a spot like that, that's an infield single. That's a tough play. Just to knock that ball down was a pretty good job. But any way you look at it, that should be scored a base hit, and I'm sure it was.
Popped him up. And Donaldson will put this away, and that retires the side. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and one man left aboard. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2, and we are tied. And now the Atlanta number 4 hitter, Josh Donaldson. He's set to lead off the home half of the second. Swing and a miss that time. It's 0-1.
0-1.
Strike 2. And on 0-2, he misses with a fastball. Starts to go around, but the home plate umpire says he held up. Ball 2. Skied into straightaway right. Castellanos moves over, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Time for a look at the tie. Fielder to play third base. This is going to be your stationary team, trusting pitchers to execute pitches.
In now, Austin Riley. First pitch on its way. Here's a fastball upstairs, 1-0. Bottom of the second here with no score. Left it up in the zone, but it's a strike, 1-1.
We're seeing quite a few pitches up from him right now, and that can obviously be dangerous. A called strike there, but he might need to lower his sights a little bit.
Popped up, and the first baseman can't get there. Hit fairly well out towards straightaway center. Jones is right there, and that's out number 2.
Batting 6.
And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ozzie Albies. They'll try to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. Started to go around there, but he holds up. Ball 1.
Great job to be able to lay off that pitch right there. You could tell the minute it came out of his hand, his eyes lit up at the plate.
Hard hit ball to second. Beckham right there. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Nothing across here this half of the inning. We'll go now to the top of the third, and we are Jacoby Jones the next to hit, as we are all set to begin the third inning in this one.
Jacoby
ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Here's a curveball that runs outside. It's ball 1. And a fastball that's about off the radar screen there. It's 2-0. Up and in. Big danger now. It's 3-0.
It's been a great job so far by the 8-hole hitter. If he finds a way to get on base, this could spell for a huge inning.
And that's over. 3-1.
3 balls, no strike.
Hey, that 3-0 pitch might have been important for him right there. Regroup, get his mechanics back under him, and drive something down through the strike zone. Wouldn't throw the exact same pitch right here. Might want to cheat towards one of the corners.
And he lays off there. Ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here to begin inning number 3.
The pitcher, Matthew.
Standing in, Matthew Boyd. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And the pitcher is, in fact, bunting here as he puts this one down. One there, on to first, not in time as he just hits the bag ahead of the throw. Now at the plate, Nico Goodrum. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. First offering on its way. Back up the middle. And that gets through for a 1-out base hit.
Boy, this guy is off to some kind of series, and he's one of the better road hitters in all of baseball.
Yeah, and some guys just have a knack for lighting it up on the road, getting that good night's sleep, and finding a way to get to the yard early and work on their craft.
Up next steps Kristen Stewart. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. 0 for 1 here in the early going. And a fastball in there for a strike. 1-1. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Riley is under it, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning. And no tag at second. He'll head back there with 2 away now.
The right fielder, number 9.
Now batting, Nicholas Castellanos. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And looks like he got the call there on the pitch inside. It's 0-1. From the stretch. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Riley giving chase. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. Tigers strand a pair. Home half of the third coming up. No. And the next in is Johan Camargo. 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
Not much going on offensively so far for these guys. 6 up, 6 down. We'll see if the bottom part of the lineup can get something going.
Well, the home crowd seems a little restless, so I'm sure they'd appreciate it.
Jumped all over that first pitch of the inning, and he didn't miss it. Just wasn't able to steer it in a direction that resulted in a leadoff hit.
There's a good breaking ball as it gets the bottom of the zone. And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands.
1-1.
And this is low, ball 2. 2-1. Wanted to go after the slider, but he holds off. 3-1.
You know, when you haven't gotten a guy on base yet in the entire game, a 3-ball count kind of feels like a little mini rally. Let's see if he can get on.
Got a full count.
And a great location that time on the corner. 3-2 now. A bouncer up the middle. Scooped up on the backhand. Throw on to first. 2 gone. So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And the pitcher hits next. That'll bring in Julio Teheran. Ball to strike on the outer half. 0-1. Now a fastball gets the upper part of the zone for strike 2. And a breaking ball swung on and missed, and the side is retired. Digging in, Brendan Dixon. He'll try to get it going here to begin the 4th.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these 2 teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
The 0-2 once more. High and deep to right. Camargo going back on it at the track, but he can't get it as it's off the wall.
You could hear the solid contact all the way up here, and I thought we were going to have our first run of the game right there. Gets all the way to the fence, but it stays in the park, so he'll have to be okay with the double.
Digging into the batter's box next is John Hicks, and he'll hit with a chance to push across the game's first run.
Yeah, great RBI opportunity here, but at the very least, he needs to find a way to advance that runner to third. Small things like that in a tight game can make a big difference.
And looked like a definite pitcher's pitch there on the inside. 1-1.
plain to see right there that the manager's sticking up for his hitter, making sure that that strike zone gets a little bit tighter. It's tough to cover both sides of the plate, and they both want that strike zone to be shrinked up a little bit.
A ball and 2 strikes now. The 1-2. Swing and a liner. And this is going to be a pair ball as it'll head to the corner. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score.
Now, boy, when teams are playing well like this team is on a nice little winning streak right here, they strike early in this one to keep the mojo working.
Yeah, Dan, from an offensive standpoint, everyone searches for confidence, and that's exactly what they have right now. Everyone contributing makes for a fun clubhouse.
Ready with the 0-1 pitch. In the air out toward right field. Camargo on the move. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning.
The catcher, number 17.
Into the box now, Grayson Greenier. 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning. First offering on its way. Way late on the fastball for strike 1. Hicks leads off first with 1 away. A shot down the first baseline. He'll go to the bag for 1, and they'll have to put the tag on him at second, but it's a 3-6 double play. The next to bat for Atlanta, Ronald Acuna back to the top of the lineup as they're still looking for their first base runner in this one.
No doubt about that, man. They've yet to figure this guy out on the mound. He's looked great so far.
He has, but we'll see if this second trip through the order changes anything.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments these hitters are able to make in the middle innings of this game.
A ball and a strike now to the Atlanta leadoff man. Now it's swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2.
Yeah, Matty, you see the same pitch 3 times in a row and you find yourself down 1-2 in the count. Your head starts to get on a swivel here. Is he coming back with it 4 times, or do I have to sit on something else?
Even count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2. And they're working the outer half here, but that one's wide for ball 3.
If you're ever going to see a position player go to the mound, it's going to be in a situation like this. Get him to relax a little bit, focus on his mechanics, and get that fastball back in the zone. Can't allow this guy to lead off walk.
So he racks up the swinging strikeout on the breaking ball. Ronald Acuna is dealt with for the first out in the bottom of the inning. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. This is line to left. Stewart is going to get there as he backs up to put it away, and there are 2 gone now.
The first baseman.
So digging in now, Freddie Freeman. This guy's still looking at a 0 in the hit column. In tight here with the first pitch fastball. That's 1-0. Now the slider gets the call in the bottom part of the zone. Two balls and a strike to Freeman.
2-1.
Three and 1.
Time for him to attack on the mound. He knows this team's struggling offensively. Don't mess around and try and nibble. Just be on the attack and let them beat you.
And a full count now, 3-2.
Full count.
I know to the fans that probably looked like something good to hit, but unless you're sitting breaking ball right there, I don't care if it's middle of the plate. That's a tough pitch to pull the trigger on.
And he doesn't get much on the swing here as this is pulled down the first base line. And he'll step on the bag himself. Next up for Detroit, Jacoby Jones. He drew a walk his first time up.
The center fielder.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Jones.
Maybe trying to back him up a bit there with the fastball. The 1-0 home is a fastball that misses.
In today's game, everybody's trying to work off the mound north-south, trying to elevate that heater. He wanted that pitch right there, but I can tell you as an offensive player, I'd rather give you 6 inches off east-west than to have you call that high fastball.
Fouled away. Here now the 2-2. Fly ball out toward left center field. Acuna giving chase. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning. Next for the Tigers, Matthew Boyd comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. First pitch coming. Here it is. He misses it.
You know, D-Row, it's not very often that pitchers are able to get some base hits. Even though that's an infield knock, he'll take that every day of the week.
Are you kidding me? From a defensive standpoint, this is rock bottom. I mean, the pitcher is beating out infield singles. What else is next?
In there, and it's 0-1.
Now, I'm sure these infielders know it, but this hitter can burn down the baseline. So if he puts a ground ball in play, the defense is going to have to make a perfect turn to turn 2.
Behind 0-2 now. 1 run, 5 hits, and no errors in the ballgame for the Tigers. Sliced hard, but foul to the left. Here's another 0-2. There's a swing and a missile sent out to center field. Looking up Acuna, and it's gone.
Well, if I was the manager, I would tell my pitchers to work around this guy. I mean, he's hit 3 home runs against them in this series. What more do they need to see? 4, 5? Jeez, enough is enough.
In there, no balls and a strike. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Hit out towards second. Backhanded. Off balance throw, but he couldn't get enough on it, so it'll be scored as an infield single. And as I thought might be the case based on how close that play was, they're requesting a chance to review the replay and decide whether or not to challenge the safe call.
Yeah, Matt, definitely a close play right there. And we're going to take another look at it right here. Boy, that's just so tough to tell for sure from that angle. So we'll see what the decision is from the dugout, whether they want to challenge or not.
And indeed, they will elect to challenge the call. So the umpires on replay duty in Manhattan will review the play from all available angles to come to a final decision.
The Braves have elected to challenge the
Okay, we're going to get one more look at it right here. Is there enough video evidence to overturn this call? You know, I think there is. The shot right there makes it look like the ball beat him to first. Looks like a well-used challenge.
Okay, umpires look ready, and off comes the headset, and he's out. So the original call is overturned, and it ends up being a well-used challenge there.
The call safe at first base has been overturned, and the batter ruled out.
Nick Castellanos now. Now a swing and a fly ball. And no one will track it down. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. The windup and the 0-1. Yeah. Good breaking ball there, laid off for the second strike. Hit sharply, but foul down the right side. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Acuna giving chase. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Watney.
Matt, I had a chance to discuss the Braves offense with their manager Brian Snitker during the commercial break. And he was pretty blunt in saying they're just not having very good at-bats. They haven't had a single guy on base yet, so it's starting to feel a little desperate down here. But he said they've unfortunately just been faced with some really great pitching today. The key going forward is to find any way they can to get him out of his rhythm on the mound. Now, that may be a tall task, but they feel the little adjustments could lead to things turning around for them.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. And he will run this one down, moving to his right, and that's the first out of the inning.
Number 27.
Digging in, Austin Riley. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Just able to get a piece of that for strike one. Braves are still looking to break into the hit column here. Hard on the ground towards short. Throw on to first takes care of him. 2 very quick outs to start the home fifth. Stepping into the box, Ozzie Albies. 2 away in the inning, and Dan, it looks like this could be another 1-2-3 inning for him.
Yeah, he has really found a groove on the mound, and it's been impressive to watch. It'll be interesting to see how long he can keep this dominance up.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. And that's in there as well. 0-2 now.
Hey, this boy ain't messing around right now. Attacking his zone, showing a lot of confidence in his stuff. He's got 2 quick outs, and now he's got this guy down 0-2.
Down the third baseline. Inside, as he might be trying to set him up here 1-2.
Well, this is an approach we've seen him use effectively lately. Set up the inside and then get him out with pitches away.
Takes this the other way to right. And a dive, but it rattles in and out of the glove.
No mistake what he was sitting on. Fastball, middle of the plate, kept his hands back, stayed through the baseball, and delivers a hard hit line drive.
Digging in to try it again. Johan Camargo hit it hard, but lined out in his first at-bat.
Yeah, he hit it hard. That's all you can ask. You can't control the result sometimes, Matty. Just unlucky with the placement.
He's set, and the pitch. Fastball in there for a called strike. Albies is off at first with 2 away. Now will step off and fire to the bag. A dive, but he's back. There's a line drive, base hit to left field.
Hey, after back-to-back 2-out hits right now, this pitcher thought he was going to cruise through this inning, and now he's got traffic, and he's in jeopardy with a ball in the gap or a ball missed over the heart of the plate, a crooked number going on the board.
Here now is the catcher, Tyler Flowers, as he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half. It's 0-1. And we'll see what he can do here with a pair of runners on base and 2 gone here in the 5th. Getting a few steps off a second there. Now the pitch. Behind 0-2 now. Flowers could very well be a member of this year's National League All-Star team, as he ranks 2nd in the league amongst catchers in fan voting.
Yeah, and he's been having an excellent season to date, making a push towards that All-Star game. Hey, fans, get out there and vote. This guy sits in 2nd place, but I'm sure he'd like to be named starter.
The 1-2. Pitch popped up, and the first baseman can't get there. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors so far for Atlanta. Well, the shortstop's got him played perfectly as he takes this in for the... Digging in and looking for more, Brandon Dixon. He hit a 2-bagger and later scored in his previous plate appearance. Now a slider, and he gets ahead of him here, 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. Tehran has his target. Here's the 0-2. And it's fouled away. The next 0-2. And he popped him up. Albies onto the grass. He gets there and makes the play for the first out.
The first baseman,
ready for another
55.
shot now. John Hicks hopped out and singled in his 2 trips to the plate. Liner towards second. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit.
You think there's any justice in the game? Watch those 2 at bats. Both of them hit on the absolute screws. One's right at one guy, and then one's a single. Go figure.
Stepping in now, Gordon Beckham, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball. 1-0. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Popped him up. Donaldson on the move. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out. Ready for another chance? Grayson Greenier, third AB for him here. His previous efforts have resulted in a pop out and a double play. Here's a shot to left field and deep. Look at this. And gone up into the second deck.
Hey, that's one of the toughest parts about standing out there on the bump. Giving up a long home run or giving up a bomb at any time as a pitcher. You just have to regroup and get back on that horse.
Jones.
Into the box, Jacoby Jones. Now this one is blasted to left field, and there's no doubt about it. Back-to-back jacks. We've seen these guys go deep 3 times so far in this one, guys.
You know, D-Row, looks like the boys are dialing long distance from the batter's box so far.
Matthew.
Yeah, the pitchers aren't fooling anyone today, Dan. Let's see if this trend continues.
Max Fried gets the call to pitch here, and he'll try to sort this mess out. He's going to try to at least eat a couple of innings for his guys.
Max Fried.
Into the box now, Matthew Boyd. As the fastball is swung on and missed. Good location down at the knees for strike 1. He's 1 for 2 in this one. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2.
Hey, this guy obviously feels he can move traffic right here. He's taking 2 big swings. He's trying to help himself.
And he strikes him out here, so he's able to stop the bleeding a bit as this side is retired. Charlie Culberson is going to come off the bench as he'll be asked to lead off the bottom of inning number 6.
Charlie Culberson.
And that misses ball one. Just a bit high with the fastball, but didn't get the call.
Now, when you've got a 6-run lead out there, there's no reason not to go right at guys. You have to keep attacking the zone.
And wow, that looked to be well inside, but it's a called strike. 2-1 now. Oh, and not an easy pitch to lay off of, but he did somehow, and he's got it to 3-1.
He's been throwing strikes all day, so you're not up at the plate thinking he's going to walk you in this situation. You need to be aggressive and sit hard at the plate.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. And the pinch hitter is retired here, 1 away.
The center fielder.
So the batting order turns over now and set to go. Ronald Acuna. No hits to this point. Here comes the first pitch. Fastball over the outside, but in there for a strike.